Hey everybody, it's Chili here, and time for another update video. Haven't done one of these in a while. Let's do it. I got some stuff to announce, got some stuff to tell you guys, got to fill you in. So first things first, I am moving. I'm moving from a super tiny apartment in Tokyo to a slightly less tiny apartment just outside of Tokyo. And this has some ramifications. It's got the good, it's got the bad, it's got the ugly. The good is the place that I'm moving to is a little bigger. It's got rooms. The place I'm living right now is just one big ass room. Well, not that big actually, but it's one room. Now we got multiple rooms, and that's good because I'm going to have separate room for recording. Right now, I live with someone, and it's kind of hard to find time to record shit when you're living in the same house. So, got my own room, recording room. It's going to be sweet. I'm going to put some soundproof foam. I'm going to scream my head off. Profanity while coding C++. It's going to have more space. Going to have maybe get another monitor. Finally, it's going to be good times. That's the good news. The bad news is, because I'm moving, it's going to take time. There's going to be, slight disruptions in the channel output. You know what I'm saying? Might not get the internet situation handled super fast. I don't know how that's going to work yet. But probably be a little bit of disruption in the video output for a week or so. Luckily, I've got a backlog already of shit that I have recorded. So it shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to be moving. It's going to be farther from work, which is shitty, but the place is going to be larger, which is good, and I'm going to have now a room basically dedicated to recording shit where my computer is going to be. It's going to be good times. So that's this announcement thing. Now, before I get on to the topic of the tutorials and the roadmap, I just want to share with you guys a little story that I heard. A dude in the community. I'm not going to say who it is because he actually messaged me privately, so I don't know if he wants this to be made public knowledge or not. But anyways, a lot of dudes in the community, they end up going to, the university, to games programs or whatever. And this dude, when he was interviewing for his games program, the interviewer, someone from the university, they noticed that he had submitted some Chili stuff. So he'd programmed some stuff in the Chili framework and submitted it. And he said, I noticed you following the Chili stuff, and it's good shit. Keep up the good work. And so he messaged me. He told me that I was mentioned. And I don't know, it's just that made my day, man. I can't say that makes me really happy. So just some interesting, cool story, bro, from Chili. Secondly, let's talk about the videos and the future flow of how the tutorials are going to be coming out. So I've launched Intermediate. Took a while, but it's on its feet now, and we are, I'd say, about halfway through the first arc. So if we look at these videos here, this is the first arc here. All the stuff in that we've been doing in the console with strings and pointers and just tons of bullshit like that. So what do we got? We've got dynamic heap. We got dynamic allocation coming up. New and delete, that sort of bullshit. And then we've got, I'm going to talk about destructors. And here's the important thing. I'm going to talk about RAII and the rule of three. Now, these two things are super important. This isn't just some, bullshit feature of the language. This is actually at the core of what it means to program in C++. And so I want you guys to pay super close attention to this stuff, especially. Then we're going to move on. I'm going to finally introduce string and streams. I know a lot of you guys have probably already been working with string, but I'm going to officially introduce it into the tutorials. And from this point on, we're not going to be using con.io anymore. We're not going to be using the bullshit Chili string routines that I wrote. We're going to be using proper stuff from the standard library, the good shit. We're gonna be using the good shit from now on. String, streams, C in, C out, insertion operators, extraction operators, all that good shit. And then while we're on the topic of, learning containers, we're going to learn the other super important container from the standard library, the vector. And that is going to replace a lot of the shit that we've been doing up until this point with, built-in C arrays. So vector and string are going to be two of our main go-to containers. We're going to learn about vector, the basics, not the super deep shit, not iterators. Not going to learn about iterators at this point, just the basics of vector. And from this point on, we're not going to be using, C arrays that much either. We're going to be using vector more. And then we're going to wrap up this whole tutorial arc with a good old word game. You guys from the Discord probably already know what we're going to be doing. It's going to be fun times, and it's going to probably be nice and short compared to the other games that we've been doing up until this point. And then we'll be done the saga of the console, and we will be using it less, and we'll go back to using the framework more. So after the console arc is finished, we're going to be learning how to load bitmaps, and we're going to create a data type to hold bitmaps, call it surface, loading images into memory. Then we're going to learn about sprite operations, sprite ops, and then we're going to learn how to do animated sprites, and we're going to learn text rendering. Those are going to be the first 4 tutorials. I'm pretty sure this is how the chips are going to fall in the beginning of the second arc. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. So yeah, a lot of you have been asking, when are we going to get back into graphics, back into the framework? And the answer is tutorial 10 of intermediate, we're back into the framework, back in black. But also, tutorial 5, tutorial, I'm going to say 7, and tutorial 8, we're probably going to be doing some stuff with the framework in the homework. So we're going to be taking these ideas, and in the homework, I'm going to get you guys to apply them to the games that we have previously made. So some fun stuff. We'll be revisiting the framework here. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you guys is in this, in the beginning of intermediate, we're going to be doing basically 8 tutorials just on concepts, on topics, and then the 9th video is going to be a game. So it's a longer stretch until a game. Up until this point, I've been keeping it, maybe about 4 or 5 videos, and then a game. Made the stretch a little longer. I want you guys to tell me what you think of that. Would you prefer maybe fewer games, more topics that would allow the series to progress faster? Or would you prefer more games between topics? Maybe the series then progresses a little slower, but you get more game practice in there. You get more ideas of me showing you how to implement certain games. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna put a poll in this video, so you can click on the poll, give me your results, and I will see where you guys stand on that. More games per topic, or fewer games per topic. So you be the judge. Yeah. Now on the other side of things, we've got 3D fundamentals here. And in 3D fundamentals, what have I been doing? Well, beginning of intermediate, haven't had a lot of time to do the 3D fundamentals shit, spending a lot of time developing intermediate. But now that intermediate is kind of sailing, I've got a little bit of a backlog, got the gears running smoothly, can get back to putting out regular 3D fundamental videos. So I got tutorial 7 out. You guys have already probably seen that, and that one is out there, texture mapping. And we're also going to be getting out, I've got some plans for the next few tutorials, hopefully get them out, maybe one or so a month. So we got pipeline, pixel, we'll create a pixel shader, and we'll create the basic skeleton of the pipeline that we're going to be developing. Then we're going to do some bullshit with perspective correct interpolation, whatever the fuck that is. Then I'm going to teach you about, we're going to create a Z buffer, and we're going to create a vertex shader, and lots more to come in 3D fundamentals. So stay tuned for that shit. But yeah, that's where things stand for the foreseeable future for videos and stuff. That's the plan, that's the roadmap. Alright, now it's time for show and tell, and me first. So I have done it. The madman, he's done it. He's created the Slidefucker 3000. Check it out. Fucking solving those puzzles like nobody's business. 19 moves, no problem. 15 puzzle? Don't even break a motherfucking sweat. 46 moves, she's done. And now, 24 puzzle. This one takes a little more doing. Basically have to break it down into a bunch of, like the 15 puzzle, you break it down into 2 parts. 24 puzzle, you gotta break that shit down into like 4 parts. And even then, it's kind of iffy. But here you can see, solves it still with time to spare. It's gonna take a little while to go through this. But yeah, it was a fun project. Really enjoyed doing this, and I'm glad a lot of you shown interest in it. You have to take a lot of different disciplines, a lot of different fields, put them together, and make a tool that does something. It was a fun project, and hope to do something like this again sometime in the future. Those of you on the Patreon, the videos for the final parts of Slide Fucker will be going up pretty soon. Hopefully, it depends on how the move goes. But yeah, that shit will be up there, and then I'll be thinking about other things I might want to do. So yeah, give me your ideas, whatever. It's all good, but it was fun times. Now, I'm not the only one who's been busy. A bunch of dudes on the forums have created some cool shit, and I want to share it with you. Demon194 created Arkanoid. Oh, that's fucking loud. 1 second. No, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. You guys will be able to hear this shit. It's all good. So press space to start. And yeah, it's fucking, fucking Arkanoid. But it is a really polished version of Arkanoid, and that's what I like to see. It's not just about, you watch the Chili video, okay, I understand how to do this. It's all good now. It's actually seeing the project to the end that is going to give you a lot of good experience here that you're going to need to become an actual, someone who programs games, not just someone who talks about maybe one day programming a game. And Demon, he seems to have what it takes. I'm looking forward to big things from the man in the future. So he's done, power-ups. He's done levels. I mean, if I won't beat it in this video, but there are multiple levels. He's implemented, text, cool little effects, like when you die, your paddle fades out and fades back in. Just a lot of really cool shit. And let's see if when you lose the game, I want to lose. Don't fucking hit me. No, fuck off. There we go. There you go. Nice little screen at the end. It's good polish, and this is what you should be doing. Of course, making simple demos and not finishing shit is good practice too. Making a whole bunch of different shit, getting different ideas out, testing shit. But you should also be taking some games and polishing them, taking them to the end. Because if you never take a project to the end, you're never going to take a project to the end. You got to get into the habit of being able to finish things, and you got to start small and work your way up larger. And Demon, he's got the right idea. The man made a good piece of software. I am impressed. Check it out, and also learn from his example, because the dude is setting a good example for the rest of you. Now, a dude by the name of Florian3321 has posted a couple of games, and the one I want to show you here is Frogger. And the reason why I want to show it to you, the thing I'm impressed about here, is it takes very simple ideas from, early on in the beginner series, and it uses them to create an interesting game idea, which is, of course, the Frogger game. So you're supposed to be able to cross here. I don't think it's implemented that I can do it. No, it doesn't work. But the idea is great, and it's the thing that I often talk about, is the ability to work with limited resources. You take, you're early on in the beginner series, and you're like, I don't know how to draw sprites. I don't know how to do this and that. I can't make any good games. I can't make any games. But instead of being defeatist like that, thinking, okay, I got these tools. What is the thing I can make with this? What can I make? Well, I can make Frogger with just blocks, just drawing rectangles. I could make a Frogger game, and you can do it. And I'm impressed with this. One of the reasons is because I didn't think of Frogger. I've spent some time thinking about what games are possible to make at different points in the tutorials. And this is one that I did not think of, but it's a great idea. And so I am impressed, and my hat is off to Florian. You did a good job. You made a few games, and you got that practice in there. Good shit. Now, another dude on the forum, Ceophil, she's been posting her progress for quite some time, and she created a bunch of different games, did a pretty bang-up job of improving the Pooh game. The Snake game is looking sexy. Got Fartanoid here with a lot of different features added. Some good shit there. Original game, 1024 here. Good stuff. And the most recent one that she's made is the Tanks game. And this is the one that I want to show you to you guys. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on in it. So you got the screen, you start off paused. And what you can do, in fact, is you can draw a level. You can draw the walls of a level here. So let's draw a level up here. We'll do it like this and maybe like that, and I don't know, something like this. I don't know if that's gonna work, but let's try it. So unpause, if I can hit the button here, and you move around, and those walls you draw, they're now obstacles. You can't move on them. And if you press, I believe it's right control, yeah, you can shoot. And look, that shit bounces. No, let me hit. It doesn't make it. There's a limited amount of bounces. Nah, I didn't do it. Maybe here? Nope, doesn't work. Well, it's hard. It's hard to do shit, but it's fucking cool. Got some basic rebounding physics, basically taken from Fartanoid game. Got rotation going on here. A lot of different ideas that she's put in here. Really cool shit is you can see this ring. It's kind of like PUBG. You got this ring of electricity that encloses and makes the arena smaller and smaller. And if you go outside here, plays a little sound effect, the electricity zip zip, and you see you're losing health now down here. So it's cool shit. Just a lot of ideas she's playing with, and it's the right idea here. Taking ideas, playing around them, see what floats, test your limits, practice your skills. Good shit. My Sealfill, and I love these threads here where people post their project or their progress and their thoughts, and I can track how people are progressing through this series, give them pointers and shit. It's good stuff. So again, hats off to Sealfill. She's kicking ass. Next up is 3N+1. He's a dude on the forum, on the Discord. He follows the videos, he does the work, but he also likes to put his own spin on things. He's got the great idea, so let's see what he's done with the Pooh game. He's progressed pretty far into the series, but he still goes back to the old stuff, visits it, adds new additions, which is pretty good. Let's see what he's got here. This is the Pooh game. I like that. I like the little intro there. Title screen. So he's got it's the Pooh game. You're avoiding the Pooh. You're collecting these coins here. So he's got actual coin sprites and glow, which is nice. Nice sound effects. Got sound implemented there. He's got a little meter that fills up as you collect the coins. And when the meter gets full, you get a new wave. So new Poohs are added. And then you collect the coins again. And the interesting thing is different waves have different characteristics. Some of them have specified a fast Pooh that will spawn, and yeah, it's a good idea. The idea of levels and waves and shit. And you get hit, you lose life. You got a life bar on the top there. You got a little bit of invincibility frames, which is cool. And it's all good. It's good stuff. Just general good shit. Let's see what happens when you die. So what I'm gonna do is he's added like actual matrix of different coin sounds, so it's cool. I like it. Making use of the stuff there. Oh yeah, and he got the old game over, yeah, super loud. Good stuff by 3N+1. Keep up the good work, bro. Now there's one game here, I don't know who made it because they just posted it on the Discord and I forgot. I can't keep track of them all unless you post them on the forum, but I'll show it anyways. You pick up shit and you put it in the motherfucking house. So it's kind of like a beefed up version of the Pooh game. So you got collecting, he's rendering font here. He's got regions where you can, it's got like an enemy that comes out here and chases you, but nothing happens when it hits you. So that's probably not fully implemented, but it's the start of a game. He's got a little forest here. It's got a lot of charm to it. It's got a little bit of ambiance. It's not just the simple Pooh game. He's added a lot of shit here and I enjoy it. Can't remember who exactly posted it though, but somebody from the Discord anyways. So yeah, if you want to get full credit, make sure you post your shit on the forum. But anyways, that is this thing. It's pretty cool. Now for something a little weird. This is the Chili Whack game, in which I am featured, and you smack me with the hammer, and yeah, it's a good old whack-a-mole. It's cool stuff. This one was made by a dude from the forum, Krauterzuppe, and yeah, it's got some cool things. It uses a lot of different stuff that was made in the forum community, like this chili head was made by somebody, and this spirograph pattern here, that was made by somebody else. Takes all those ideas, puts them together, makes a game out of them, which is good shit. That's a lot of making games, especially indie development, is basically taking a bunch of tools and putting them together, because you don't have a lot of money and resources to make everything from scratch. You got to be able to put different parts together and make something cool out of it, and Krauterzuppe has done that. So yeah, that's Krauterzuppe from here. He's also, I think he's on the Discord too, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, he's done some good stuff. Hope to see more from him in the future. Now, the last game we're going to show today is something by Golden Games TM. He's popped up on the forum just recently, and he's been popping out games one after another. Just simple little ones. He's still early on in the series, I think. But he's got the right idea. He's trying shit out, and he's sharing his stuff with the community, which is a great way to, get motivation to keep going. So he's created Pac-Man. And, well, I mean, it's kind of a cock-teased Pac-Man, because it's not real Pac-Man, as you can see. It's basically the poo game that we created with the meter and the poos that you got to avoid. But he's reskinned it with, Pac-Man and ghosts and shit. And it's cool. It's fun. It's super fast. But it's good stuff. And keep up the good work. That's what you do. Even when you're just starting out, just try different shit. Try reskinning shit and making it your own. And that's a good way to start. As long as you're doing shit on your own, being creative, being industrious, that's part of learning how to make games. It's not just all about the coding and all about the theory. It's also learning about just how to be an industrious person and not a sack of human garbage. But anyways, good times, and thanks everyone for all your support, all your interactions, hanging out on the Discord, on the forum, posting comments. It's all good. It all brings me back, keeps me doing the thing that I do. If you want to get your shit featured, put it on the forum, and there's a pretty good chance that it's going to make it into the next update video. But until then, I'm Chili. I'm losing my voice for some reason here, and I will see you soon with some more C++.